All right, everybody. Here we are again, together at last. So much fun we're going to have here. Actually, no. What I'm going to talk about here is disturbing, and some of it is freaking criminal. And I mean literally criminal. Let's start off with this. As I am doing this video blog, stocks are down yet again. Cash is moving into the bond market, and you know what that's doing? Despite the rate hike that we got yesterday, well, bond yields are dropping. No surprise to you, I explained to all of you that this would happen. The environment we are in, up is down, black is white, and nothing is what it seems, completely fake, and I've been explaining this to you since time immemorial. Let's talk about more fake things, regardless of anything else. So, I don't know for how long now we've been fist-fed that our economy is in some kind of boom, the best it's ever been, and this is an absolute, complete lie. We found out today that the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index fell off of a cliff, more than a 2-year low. No surprise to all of you. Again, we've been watching American industry slow down. Again, and I've explained this to you, we are not an island among ourselves. Our politicians can lie all they want to us, but all we got to do is look in the right spots. And you can, again, you see the window out here? That's where the sheep are. And they just follow along while they sit in their nonsensical world, believing what they're told. This is typical throughout history, but anybody can see what's going on here. Let's talk about this. Couple of major banks, and you're not going to be surprised to hear about Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse, just these two so far, have been caught not rigging gold and silver, which we know they've been doing, and they both have been caught rigging the metals markets, but these two institutions are now involved in a debt market rigging scheme, and it's not just these two. Sincerely, people, when do you believe there's going to be one arrest of an upper management person? When are these institutions going to be held to account? Never, because it's all the grand scheme. It's an incredible thing. Let's talk about this too real quick. It's important. So today, right now, despite the fact that we are seeing stocks under pressure, cash moving into the bond market, suppressing rates despite the hike that we got yesterday, 25 basis points to the federal funds rate. It's a joke, okay? Well, I'm not going to go off the deep end about that. The dollar is sending us a very ominous sign right now. Despite what may be perceived as a safety play, you get that knee jerk into perceived safety assets, the dollar is getting cremated. That is not a good sign for the dollar and for our economy, for you. Do you want your dollar to lose purchasing power? Of course not. But this is something else that I've outlined and you all have understood for years. The debt market is already giving us huge signs, written across the sky, that something is very, very wrong here. The dollar is a unit of debt. It is also giving us a very bad sign here. There is no way to stop what is coming down the pike here with regard to a super-inflationary cycle. Let's put that into perspective. How have we propped up this entire environment? And how is it continuing to be propped up? Well, by adding more debt, debts and deficits exploding. What does that mean? Cash being printed out of thin air by world central banks, not just our Federal Reserve, to keep everything suspended. Now, all these extra dollars, trillions upon trillions of them, are floating all over the place. They're just waiting for some place to go. At one particular time, all of these extra bills, in whatever form they exist in, digital, actually printed, are going to start chasing the same amount of goods. Boom! We're going to get massive inflation as the dollar bleeds to death. You understand? It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And it seems like we have a convergence of many things happening right now. And we're going to need to keep our eye on this. And more rigging. Watch what's going to happen too. These Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse rigging the debt market. We're going to find out about more banks doing the same thing. And nothing's going to happen to them. Nothing. They're going to get bailed out by you and by me again. And we're going to allow this to happen. Why? Because our politicians are going to let it happen. Because they're all in the same game. And this game is rigged against you. Remember that. All right, with that said, let's watch this. Keep your eye on that bond market, that yield curve, people. Again, despite the hike we got yesterday, the joke of a hike, yields are dropping right now. Dollar falling off of a cliff. These are not good signs. Industry slowing down. That means these jobs that have been created, these temp jobs, that's what they are. They're temporary positions that are being supported on the back of exploding debts, exploding deficits. This is why our President Trump, is having a fit over, was having a fit about the Fed. Oh, shouldn't raise rates. Don't raise rates. This isn't even a hike. Because again, if the president would have opened his eyeballs, he would see that rates are actually dropping, like I said they would, after the Fed announcement. It's insane. But anyway, this again, just remember what I said. Black is white, white is black, up is down, down is up. Everything is opposites right now. And that should tell you something. I will see all of you at the end of the day.